Bill Goldberg is a true force of nature. The hulking behemoth showcases immense strength and sheer athleticism when he wrestled for both WCW and WWE. In fact, he's gone down as a fan favorite, despite relatively poor booking in the WWE, and for good reason. Goldberg was incredibly entertaining to watch, and now that he and the WWE are on better terms, we're closer than ever to seeing his return to the ring. In honor of that, here are 10 facts you probably didn't know about Goldberg. A ton of wrestlers, past and present, have had some sort of stint with American football, but Goldberg took it to the next level. Goldberg first played for the University of Georgia before going pro and playing for the LA Rams in the NFL. He was drafted in 1990 and played as a defensive back for a full year in LA before moving to the Atlanta Falcons and playing 14 games. Unfortunately, however, Goldberg suffered an injury, an abdominal tear, and was unable to make a return to the NFL. When people say Goldberg was a dominant force in wrestling, they aren't exaggerating. Goldberg debuted in WCW in 1997, and for well over a year, he was undefeated. Goldberg went on to achieve an insane 173-0 record before ultimately being defeated by Kevin Nash after Scott Hall interfered and hit him with a taser. Yes, he may have faced some less than stellar opponents along the way, but this crazy undefeated streak is impressive nonetheless. Since Goldberg left the WWE, he's moved on to other things in the entertainment world. He starred in movies, TV shows, and even has his own podcast. At one point, Goldberg served as an analyst with Showtime and was covering MMA, which allowed him to work with the recently deceased Kimbo Slice. He spent the day working out and training with Kimbo before his fight with Tank Abbott, and the two seemed to get along great, with Kimbo even saying, "I'm the Black Goldberg." As a fan of MMA and wrestling, it was awesome to see these two come together. Rest in peace, Kimbo. Looking at Goldberg, you might not expect him to be an animal person, let alone the owner of multiple cats. His trio of cats are named Moe, Curly, and Larry after the Three Stooges. In fact, Goldberg loves animals so much that he's a vocal member of anti-animal cruelty foundations and has lobbied in Congress to protect animals from illegal fighting. And even more surprising, Goldberg has a pet goat, who is hilariously named Goatberg. While employed by WWE, Goldberg got into a real altercation with fellow superstar Chris Jericho backstage. Apparently, Goldberg was talking smack about Jericho to a group of people in the back. One of those people turned out to be a friend of Jericho's who reported what he said. Jericho then proceeded to confront Bill, where the two exchanged words and then got physical. Though the details are scarce, we do know that Jericho put Goldberg in a headlock, with unconfirmed rumors saying Goldie got taken down twice. To make matters worse, this all went down on Goldberg's first day in WWE. Even though Goldberg likes his little cats, he also loves big American muscle. Goldberg absolutely loves his vintage cars, owning more than 25 himself. He's taken a specific liking to old American classics, owning a Plymouth Barracuda, a Super Boss 429 Mustang, and a Shelby Cobra 427, just to name a few. Goldberg definitely has one of the best car collections of any wrestler, with only John Cena beating him out in my opinion. In a funny turn of events, Goldberg got into pro wrestling because of his career-ending football injury. While trying to rehab his tear at an Atlanta gym, he got the attention of both Lex Luger and Sting, who were working out at the same place. Goldberg was determined to stay in shape and get his body as close to 100% as he could. Sting and Lex saw this monster in the gym and approached him, suggesting that he should try getting into wrestling. In the end, his injury turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to him. By looking at him, I don't think many would guess that Goldberg is a vegetarian. His diet choice stems from his love of animals, as he refuses to be part of any sort of cruelty towards them. This is extremely surprising given his insane physique, as many people in the fitness world claim attaining such muscle mass is near impossible on a vegetarian diet. Well, clearly, those people are wrong. Goldberg has even appeared in one of PETA's celebrity cookbooks where he showcased his recipe for one of his favorite soy dishes. Though he is known for being a bit rough in the ring, there was one particular instance where Goldberg botched a move and seriously hurt another competitor. At a WCW pay-per-view event, Goldberg was facing off with Bret the Hitman Hart for the world title. Near the end of the match, Goldberg delivered a kick to the head, which unfortunately landed perfectly. This gave Bret a serious concussion, one that was so severe it led to his retirement soon after. To simplify it, Goldberg ended Bret Hart's career. To be fair, it was obviously an accident and Goldberg has expressed extreme remorse for what happened, but this just goes to show how dangerous wrestling can be. As you now know, Goldberg went on an insane win streak that lasted a very long time. However, even after that streak ended, Goldberg was only defeated a handful of times in his career. Throughout his time in both WCW and WWE on the main roster, Goldberg was only pinned 5 times, with none of those losses being clean. Those who had the honor of pinning Goldberg were Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, Booker T, Bret Hart, and Triple H. But as mentioned before, none of those were clean wins. They all had help from somebody else. Goldberg truly is one of the best records in wrestling history. And those are 10 facts you probably didn't know about Goldberg. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Also check out some other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.